Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Mary Amondo, in charge of training and career advisory services here at Corporate Staffing. And today we are discussing how to make your CV more attractive to your potential employers without sacrificing professionalism. Joining me is one of our CV writing experts, Ruth, who will be expounding more in this discussion. Thank you so much, Ruth, for joining me.
Thank you for having me here.
Great.
This is a great opportunity. I am happy to share my experience and expertise to teach people on how to make their CVs professional.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Good. Now, speaking about how to make the CV look more professional or attractive to a potential employer, what are some of the key elements, perhaps, that make a CV to stand out to a potential employer?
So before we get to that, a lot of people miss opportunities that they are qualified for because of how they present themselves through their CVs. So some of the key components that make your CV stand out, we have many, but I will only highlight on the first three. So for the first three components, we have the skill section, the work experience, and the achievements. For the skill section, you don't just have to state them, at least expound them a little bit to give the recruiter or the employer a brief information of what you can offer or what you bring to the table.
Like the skill that you have, you highlight the skill, then you expound briefly on it.
Yeah, for example, they are looking for someone who is proficient in CRM. You're applying for a customer service role. The main key skill should be customer service skill. So you have to expound and say, I am proficient in customer service. I can do this, this, and this, and this. That's what I mean by expounding more on the skill. Just a brief explanation. Now for the work experience, make sure you use like bulleting. And for the bullets, it helps you highlight your duties and responsibility to make them readable and organized. And before you start each bulletin, start with a strong action word. For example, we have managed, conducted, supervised, or if it's in the present tense, you can use supervising, conducting. At least for that, you can make it easy and clear. Yeah.
I normally see people highlight their experiences in a paragraph form.
No, you see, when you write them in a paragraph form, even the reader will be overwhelmed. You read a whole paragraph. You just have to highlight the key. The key responsibilities and duties, the most important ones, yes, in bullet form, to give just a brief description about what you are doing there, what you can offer, and what you can bring to the table. For the achievements, it's not mandatory that you need to have achievements. No, if you don't have any achievements, you can leave that bit. But if you have achievements, include them there. At least they give you a upper hand to the employer or the recruiter. They can say, oh, this person did this and this for this organization, meaning they were doing something important for that.
I know achievements attract employers.
Now, example of that, you know, some people think like achievements are big as no, even being promoted from one position to another position is an achievement. Maybe you introduced a software or you implemented something that helped the organization, or even you helped the organization, the profit increased. That's also an achievement. Those are some of the achievements you should include there. Yeah.
Interesting. I'm looking at myself working on my CV. Are there some creative ways that I can be able to make my CV stand out without sacrificing professionalism? When
they say creative ways, a lot of people take it on another level by using dramatic formats. You find someone, maybe they're using, you know, there are some of the colors that you don't need to use on a CV, like pink, yellow, green. That's not an appealing color to use on a CV. So when they say creative, at least choose a format that is clear, clean, organized, and readable. It makes your information more readable. So use the correct format. And also choose a format that matches the level of experience you have. You cannot be someone with 10 years of experience and you choose a format like you are applying for a fashion and design role. You know, it's different with someone who maybe is applying for accounting or customer service. The one for fashion and design, she is excused to use like interesting formats. Let me say that. You can use some colors, but you also choose a format that matches the level of experience you have. And another thing, when highlighting your work experience, as I said, use bulleting. The most important thing about using bulleting, it makes your work readable. As a recruiter, recruiters will not have to struggle to go through your document. They'll just be able to pick the key duties, the key responsibilities, and by choosing the by using bulleting in your work experience, you're not going to tamper with their professionalism or anything. At least it brings out the attractiveness in the CV, and also use the spacing correctly. Don't congest your information, space them, put some spaces so it doesn't look too busy. Yeah.
Interesting. When you're emphasizing on using bullets to bring out, to make sure the CV is readable, more visible to the recruiter, it has gotten to my attention, like, are there specific words or phrases perhaps that someone can include in their CV to make it more appealing?
Now, for those specific words or phrases, I cannot tell you, oh, use this word and this. It depends with your experience or what you have majored in. Let's say you have majored in customer service or accounting. We have keywords that bring out the accounting or the customer service in you. So use those keywords. But also, before using those keywords, as I said, go through the job description and make sure you know the kind of keywords they are looking for. Because nowadays, this organization, they use the ATS, the applicant tracking system, to make the hiring process easy. So when you capture those keywords that they are looking for at the, in the JD, it will be easy for them. So when they pass your CV through the ATS will capture the keywords, and at least it gives you a higher chances of being called for an interview. So go through the JD first.
So it's actually important to understand the job description.
Understand the job description very well, so you can capture the keywords they are looking for, the key phrases. You see, like I used an example before, when you're applying for a customer service role, the most important keyword they will put there, we want someone who is proficient in CRM. And if you look at your CV and you don't have that, make sure you tweak it to fit that. Include that as a skill, or even include it as the work experience. At least when it is passed through the ATS, it will capture that. Yeah.
All right, great. Quite a lot of information there for someone to learn. Thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome.
I believe you will keep seeing you more oftenly as we shoot the videos. Interesting. As you have heard, it is important at the job application process to package your CV in a more attractive way so that it grabs the attention of the potential employer or even a recruiter. And I believe from what Ruth has been able to share with us, you've captured 1 or 2 or 3 things that will help as you work on your CV. We encourage you to share with us your CV as it is. We will be able to review it for free, just to advise whether it is well crafted, it is attractive, it has the right keywords depending on the opportunities you're targeting, because the main goal is for your CV to help you land that interview. We look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.